So now that we'll spend time for Q&A, if you have any question, we will try to answer it.
For our Q&A portion, with what we have some microphones, I would invite our GW students to go to the microphones and line up for.
Thank you so much for the meditation and blessings, and also the talk is very peaceful to listen to and also take that moment. My name is Vidya, and I'm a student here at GW. And I had two questions for you. The first one was, you were saying students, try to take that time every day when you're stressed to try and meditate. How do you, I guess, when you were a student, did you do that practice? And if you did, how did you keep the discipline to do it every day or do it every time you were stressed?
Less unfortunate for me, because when I was a student, I didn't learn this method. And I was a really shy guy. I didn't talk much. Every day when I go to school, when I come home, I lock myself in the room. And after that, somehow I graduated. After graduated, I go to work and I come home and lock myself. The way of living, it just makes me wonder, is this what I really want? Which I'm not happy. I don't talk. If one day if I talk 2 sentences with my family members, that is a very beautiful and wonderful day, which is very rare. I don't talk. I stay silent most of the time. And so by that time, I didn't know much about Buddhism. Well, I was one of the leaders in the youth. But as a youth leader, we know a little about Buddhism practicing, but not much. We didn't pay a lot of time, we didn't put a lot of time into practicing that. So for me, just spend time with myself and go to the temple when I feel sad. And for most of the time, I go to the park and talk with the wind. I talk with the wind because the wind will not betray you. I take a deep breath and then breathe out and think of all those problems in my head. I said, tell the winds, please take all this away. I don't want them. Keep doing that breathing and talk with the wind like that for a long time. That's how I deal with myself, deal with the problem. And later when I ordained to become a monk, this is something that is, I never planned ahead. I have never expected to become a monk. One day in the summer of Texas, it's crazy weather in Texas. Texas weather is very weird. And the people living in Texas are also weird. Just kidding. That's how weird am I. So in Texas, that summer when I would work, and I feel like, I don't want to work anymore. I just want to go somewhere else. And I drove myself to the temple, which is this temple where I live right now, Bunda Vipassana Bhavana Center. And I saw my teachers walking at 12 p.m., walking back and forth under the sun. And I start to walk behind him. And he turned around and looked at me, what do you need? I said, I want to ordain to become a monk. Temporary. Just suddenly I responded like that. I never thought about it. That's how my journey begins. And then from there, after that, I learned and I practiced a lot about mindfulness, about meditation. And I went to Myanmar to practice it as well. So that's how I help myself by by talking with the wind.
Thank you. And my second question is a little less serious, but where is Aloka?
Everywhere. Aloka is in your mind right now. But Aloka is not in this building. He's at the other building where we be sleeping tonight. What is that?
I speak on behalf of everyone that we really want to see Aloka.
Well, on behalf of Aloka, Aloka wants to rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ellie. Thank you so much for being here. I am a senior and I'm facing a lot of fear of unknown when graduating. Do you have any advice of what to do when you're facing the unknown?
Don't be feared. Why would you fearful? Why would you live with the future when this present moment is very important for you? If you be able to stay focused with this present moment, live fully with it, be mindful with it, your future will come to you. It will turn out the way you expected. That is your goal. That is your vow. Set a vow to graduate or do whatever you want to become, right? Set a vow for yourself. That is your goal. Starting from here, just be mindful with everything you do. One thing at a time. Do not multitask anymore. Okay? Just stay focused, relax, do the breathing. That future will come, and those fear that you currently have will be gone if you be able to stay focused. It's because we don't know the future. That is why we fear, right? Do you want to know your future? Yes? Maybe? Yes? Okay, let me tell you your future. You will fail if you not be able to stay focused now. You will pass. You will graduate. You will get a job if you be able to purify your mind. If you be able to stay focused. If we want to know our future, look at what we are doing right now. That tells your future. If you want to know your past, look at what you are getting right now. Because what you are getting right now, that is the result from the past. So just live with that. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much again for coming. I really appreciate the power of your words about what it means to, if you want to see something be different, unto yourself, be different. Washington, D.C. is a funny place, what with all its politics, and sometimes, the frequent arisal of this dynamic of trying to convince people who disagree with you about something. And sometimes the timeline for needing to have a decision made is smaller than one might expect to be able, then that might afford the ability to allow, years of somebody watch me and they learn how I am and they come in and seeing that either of us come to see the other person is like, what advice do you have? And this obviously isn't exclusive to politics, but what advice do you have for people, especially I think in work settings, political settings where part of the job that intrinsically involves this dimension of disagreement or negotiation or reconciliation of different views?
Peace always with us without any condition. When we are seeking for peace with a condition, that is not peace. So regardless of how this world operates right now, it's not just Washington, D.C., to be honest, it's everywhere. All states, the whole country and the whole world right now. It's not right now, it's been like that, but it's getting worse and worse and worse, right? So for us, it's really for me as a Buddhist monk, for us to practice, we try to stay away from all those problems. we stay focused within our problem. You know, we have a lot on our dish already. We don't need to take anything else to put more into our dish. If we be able to live peacefully and face all the problem of ourselves, our day, our life will be much different. But for all those things that is belong to the government, that is something that the government should be the person who handle it. Even us, we cannot jump in. Even if we jump in at this time or any time we're talking about politics and things like that, we could not solve anything. But for me, when we walk on this path, simply just walk and simply just raise the awareness of peace and to tell you, if everybody are living in peace, there will be no justice needed. It's because everybody all live peacefully together and loving each other. There's no fight, there's no war, nothing. So we really no needed for all those things. It's just that how do we practice, how do we live peacefully and loving each other? That is the matter. That is the big questions. And that is how and why we want to walk and share this message so that we can change the point of view about peace and the point of view how to live in this world. Thank you.
Hello, I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you for coming and speaking with us. My question is, nowadays I find myself sometimes upset about the state of the world, and that serves as kind of a point of motivation for me. And I'm just wondering, how do you disconnect anger or anxiety from motivation? It's things that propel you forward.
Stay focused, mindfulness is still going to be the answer, right? You probably, earlier I talked about our thoughts. Just one thought that could change everything. Also with one thought, it could damage a lot of things, damage everything. And so for us to live in this world with all kind of anxiety, all kind of things in our head, and we want to disconnect all those, it's really the more we try to disconnect it, the more we'll be suffer because it's not going to happen. If we be able to stay focused on what we're doing and try to live mindfully on everything we do, one thing at a time, and that is how we try to avoid all those things happening around us and in our head. The more you avoided it, the more you live peacefully with one thing at a time, the more you stay focused with it, the better you are, and then you will not need to try to eliminate anything in our life. Just focus, just mindfulness practicing. Keep on practicing. You will see when once our mind is calm and pure, everything changes. Wisdom arises, it will show us the whole different world.
You. I'm Alexa. Thanks so much for coming today. You spoke a lot on like practices for yourself, by yourself, and I was wondering if you had any like practices or like recommendations on things for yourself that you can do like with the community or like group of people that you trust or your friends.
Well, we always have to start from ourselves first, right? Like I mentioned earlier, we want to share something. If we want to change the other, we have to start from ourselves. And also this practicing, like earlier we did a group meditation together. We could, if you are mindful enough, if you could do that and you could call a group of friends, try to have some retreat together maybe. Try to do something like that together. It will motivate you more when you have more people, like instead of doing it by yourself at home. Then sometimes, most of the time, our laziness will pop up. And then it tells us, no, it's okay, I'll do it later, and things like that. right? So now if you have a group of friends who have the same goal and same thought, same mindset, you could take a retreat together anywhere and ask your friend to join together with that. You can practice that way. Or you sign up to go to any of the retreats. 10 days retreat, that could change you a lot too. Right? But that is how we practice together. That is how we connect with the communities. And when you have that power, if your speech is powerful and truthful, you can talk with the community, they will listen to you. And that is how you can help the communities to work together. But I said, if you practice to have peaceful life, then from there you share it with your family, share it with your neighbors, this whole society. That is how we spread peace. That is how we spread this message to all people to practice to bring peace to this world.
Hello, welcome to GW. And, my name is Vicky, by the way. My question is about forgiveness and specifically how we can begin to forgive people that have hurt us deeply, especially those that we love and care for as well. How can we change ourselves to allow forgiveness into our heart?
Forgiveness meditation that I share a lot during this walk too. We live in this world, we have a lot of enemies. We hurt a lot of people with or without intention. And so, of course, people also not like us that much. A lot of people, they don't like us either, right? And the more we live like that, the heavy we are to walk. Because all those burdens is on our shoulders, drag us down every time. And when we have any type of things, any enemies in our ways, we cannot walk freely. And if we carry on all those anger and hatred, we cannot walk either. But we suffer a lot. And of course, all that, we can ask for forgiveness. It's just a matter of you willing to ask for forgiveness or not. Is our ego willing to let us do that? Or is it going to stop us from doing that? So, the year 2026, I would like all of us to ask for forgiveness. Ask all those people, our friends, our family members, the beings, all kind of beings, that if we had done anything wrong verbally, physically, and mentally, with or without intention, we are here asking for forgiveness. Because of unwisdom, because of unmindful, we have done that, we have hurt and injured a lot of beings. So we should ask for forgiveness, and then we also forgive them if they have done the same way to us. But the most important thing is to forgive yourself. That is the hardest part. We have done a lot of things in our life that is regretful, right? When it's regretful, we remember vividly. It's keep popping up in our head, all the time. And that is when we cannot live happily. So we should ask ourselves for forgiveness. Because of unwisdom, because of unmindful, we have committed. We have done that. And the more we live with that, the more we keep thinking about it, the more we suffer. So let it go. Let it go and give yourself a chance. Because we deserve better. If you're willing to change for the best, for the better, then ask yourself for forgiveness. That we always do when we sit meditation and when we think of all beings and put Like imagine all the beings in front of us and then we ask for forgiveness. Because of unwisdom and unmindful, I have committed so many hurtful things and injured a lot of beings. I'm here asking for forgiveness. Please, with kind heart, open your heart to forgive me. And I freely forgive anyone who have hurt or injured me. I freely forgive myself. And from here until the end of my life, I will not do it again. I will live mindfully and peacefully. Now I am free. Just do that. Relax. Close your eyes. Just think of all those. Give yourself a chance. If you still could not forgive yourself, punish yourself. I did that in front of the Buddha altar. I stand up and bow down 108 times to punish myself for that mistake. And every time when I bow down, I tell myself, from this time until I die, I will not repeat the same mistake. Please, with wisdom, forgive me. I freely forgive myself. I keep doing that, punish myself, and then from here on, from that time on, whenever that thought pop up, I switch right away. Thinking of a sutta or prayer or thinking of an image of the person who you respect, father, mother, or thinking of a mantra, a song. Switch that mindset to a different mindset. No more thinking of it. Just one time punishing yourself, enough. Forget it. That's it. Okay? The more you think about it, the worse it's gonna be. So don't think about it after you ask for forgiveness. But we should ask for forgiveness in this lifetime so that we can be freely to walk. No one gonna stay in the middle of our path. Okay? Thank you.